When the Blues Brothers were hot, really becoming a worldwide phenomenon, there was some criticism along the lines, I'm paraphrasing here, well, here are two white guys who are taking basically black music and black moves and making a fortune out of it.
Well, I have two words to say. Eric Clapton. I mean, Eric Clapton. I mean, if Eric Clapton can do it and come off and revere the music and pay tribute to the music and make it successful, I think it's okay for us to step in there. I don't think it's a valid point. The blues is for everyone. There's so many great blues artists who aren't African American, but fair enough for people to protect the culture against cultural appropriation. But see, we did it in such a spirit of reverence and love for those performers. And the other thing we did was, well, Atlantic Records said, well, just you're doing all these cover songs. Just offer the writers a percentage. You can get these. You can own all these songs yourself. Just give them 10 grand. We didn't. All the people that wrote songs for us, we said, no, we're going to keep mechanical royalties only. That is, performance royalties only. The original songwriters, they keep their royalties. We ain't making no special deal. Eddie Floyd gets his money. Donnie Walsh gets his money. All the people who wrote the songs in the show, all of them got their full publishing because we loved these artists. You know, we loved and respected them. Yeah, and we weren't going to do wrong by them.
You think in today's environment, if the Blues Brothers, if they were something fresh and came on the scene, would they make it, or just kind of laughed away as too ridiculous?
I don't think they'd make it today, because we hit at a time where there was a gap in music in America. The disco movement was dying. It was over.
Mostly the 70s, part of the 70s.
It was done. And then punk was coming. But right in between there was a gap. There was nothing happening in music. So we come out with the Soul Man cover, which Duck Dunn said to us. He said, Dan and John, if you guys do a blues record, it's going to be good, and we're a great band here, but it's not going to sell. You got to do something that the audience really relates to and knows. So if you cover Soul Man, I guarantee it's going to be hitting. So we covered Soul Man, sold 4.5 million records, and then went on to touring and the movie, and then the movie in 2000. So that gap in American music is, I think, what gave currency to the Blues Brothers. Today, there's just so much going on, and blues are being badly treated. Radio doesn't treat blues right anymore. Sirius Radio is the only place where you can hear it. I had a show, Bluesmobile Radio Hour. We were on for almost 24 years, and our syndicator decided, we're going to do a country talk show or a sports show. So they took us off, and we no longer have syndication. Record companies now, they don't want to take the effort to put behind a blues release. So you pretty well, if you're a blues artist today, you got to do it yourself. You got to go out digitally. But in terms of communication and entertainment, if I want to make a movie and have people see it, I'll just make that movie and I'll put it on YouTube, and people will see it now. No releasing, no middleman, no exhibitors, no distributors. I mean, this is the power that the media now gives to the artist, is to get out there and do what they want and not be sanctioned in any way, and get it out directly to the public on sort of the day after they make it. So I think that's good.
Well, we can't talk about the Blues Brothers, as we've touched on before, without talking about John Belushi.
Oh, yeah.
I know it's a difficult subject.
No, not now, but I still love him and remember him every day.
Fair to say that it took you a long time to get over his death?
It did. It took a couple of years. We were, he was 33, I was 29. We had these hit records, hit movies. We were about to embark on a new venture, touring and more music. So it was tough to lose my partner at that time, and also the way he died. Unfortunate that he died that way, it was a good warning to our community that this could happen.
He died of a drug overdose.
Yeah, he died of a speedball concoction. Now he had, he'd been smoking and drinking, and he was out of shape. I often think if he was in better shape, he might have come through it. But again, the woman who concocted it up and gave him the injection, she didn't want to kill him any more than I did. It was a mistake, and she felt bad about it. It's just John played in that arena, and that's dangerous. But he was a wonderful literate man. He knew all about theater, and he read books and plays, and he counted among his friends Lauren Bacall and Judge Jim Garrison. And I often think today that if he was alive, he would be probably a director on Broadway, directing plays and working with the greatest people in theater. I think that's where he would have been headed, yeah.